Today, we are taking on some of Gilnor's most difficult and deadly bossing challenges. First on the Slayer list, we have araxxor, the massive spider lurking deep within the araxxite layer. Then, for the first time ever, I attempt to fight Yama, a PvM challenge that will push me to my absolute limits. And after all that, we put our new gear to the test inside of the Tombs of Amascut. And while doing so, we even landed our very first purple chest. Stick around, you won't want to miss what we unlock in this episode of Gridmaster. Hello everyone, and welcome to Gridmaster episode number 7. Last episode, we took on a wide variety of bosses. And as a result of that, we got a massive amount of upgrades. We started off by killing the Calphite Queen to unlock ourselves the Draugr Blowpipe. And from there, we used the Blowpipe to go ahead and kill Zulrah to unlock us the full Monkey Madness 2 questline. But that's not all. After that, we went to God Wars Dungeon to go ahead and fight Kriara. And let me tell you, our God Wars Dungeon luck wasn't just for Bandos. We got a full set of Armadillo and only 38 kill count. But the best upgrade we got last episode was from the Tombs of Amascut. As a reward for completing the tile of getting one unique from TO8, we unlocked ourselves the Mega Rare Scroll. And that scroll allowed us to unlock one of, if not the strongest weapons in all of Gridmaster, the Twisted Bow. That being said, that's enough about last episode. This episode, I plan on making our character absolutely invincible. This episode, I plan on killing 2 bosses that I've never even attempted to kill in old school RuneScape before. We're going to be fighting Yama to get the Last Stand Relic, as well as killing araxxor for our last XP multiplier. And as a result for doing both, we'll unlock both the Sunlight Spear and the Sunlit Bracers. That being said, you might be really confused then. If we're going to kill araxxor and Yama, why are we sending in the Gnome Stronghold? And that is because just north of the Grand Tree is the Crash Site. And right behind us in this cavern is the home of the Demonic Gorillas. And for those of you who are unfamiliar with Demonic Gorillas, the item they drop is the Zenyte Shard. The Zenyte Shard is a crafting material that when combined with an uncut onyx will create an uncut Zenyte. By cutting and crafting the uncut Zenyte, we were able to create one of, if not the strongest ranged necklaces in the game. The Necklace of Anguish. And let me tell you, these Demonic Gorillas are no joke. They can hit some crazy damage on you for just a Slayer monster. Oh nice, a Brimstone Key. I wouldn't mind getting 2 Zenyte Shards because then we could create a ring finally and get a Ring of Suffering as well. Yo, we'll take some fruit tree seeds, honestly. It's gonna be really nice to get our farming up later. Bro, we've gotten the same ballista part 3 times. What? Yes, let's go, dude. That's our first Zenyte Shard. We are going to stay here for one more Zenyte Shard because I feel like a Ring of Suffering would be a massive upgrade for us right now.
Level up completed.
Yo, let's go. We just got 99 range. There we go, dude. That's the second Zenyte Shard. Let's go. Now that we've finally got 2 Zenyte Shards, we're able to make both our Ring of Suffering and our Necklace of Anguish. But first, we actually have to go ahead and create our uncut Zenytes. And the way we do that is by using these Zenytes on a wall of flame, which is below Apatol. So it turns out we actually need a zombie monkey Grigri in order to actually be able to make the Zenytes. Alright, there we go. Now we have a zombie monkey Grigri. Alright, now we should be able to make our uncut Zenytes. I'm very happy I just remembered about Production Prodigy because I accidentally almost just made 2 necklaces. Alright, let's go ahead and make our Zenyte necklace. Bro, no way we're not at the crafting level. Alright, that did take us a little while, but now we're at 92 crafting, so now we can go ahead and make our Ring of Suffering and our Necklace of Anguish. Alright, there is the Zenyte ring. Dude, no way we made an extra Zenyte ring. What? I'll be honest, I don't think we have any use for a second Zenyte ring, but hey, I can't complain. Alright, and let's go ahead and make our Zenyte necklace. Alright, let's go ahead and enchant our Ring of Suffering. And now we can also do our Necklace of Anguish. That is 2 very nice upgrades out of the way. The Necklace of Anguish gives us a +5 range strength bonus, and the Ring of Suffering gives us +10 defense to every style. Now that we're finished with our Zenyte upgrades, we only have one thing left to do before we can finally go ahead and kill araxxor. And that is to go ahead and get 92 Slayer. But luckily, we already linked Slayer with Thieving, so this should be incredibly quick.
Level up completed.
Alright, and there is 92 Slayer. I have never killed a araxxor before, so this should be very interesting. Alright, this should be interesting. You know, let's use my blowpipe, it heals more. Damn, this thing hits, bro. Alright, that wasn't too bad. Alright, so all we need from this is one unique, so it shouldn't be too bad.
Level up completed.
Oh, yo, no, we just got 99 prayer, what? That's why I'm very happy we linked prayer with HP, because we're just getting passive prayer and defense XP. Yo, this Antidote plus plus is actually better than our Super Anti-Poison, so we're gonna go to the bank after this kill and go change that out.
Grid task completed.
There we go! That is a halberd piece. That halberd piece just got us one step closer to unlocking the Sunlight Spear and the Sunlit Bracers. But the reward for killing araxxor itself is another 200% XP multiplier, so let's go ahead and claim that. Now that we're done with araxxor, we only have one tile left before we can claim our Sunlit Bracer. And that last tile is to obtain a rare unique from Yama. But let me tell you, that is way easier said than done because I have never even attempted Yama in my life. I've seen a little bit about Yama online just from YouTube videos I've seen when it released, but like, besides it having like a meteor attack or something that can one-shot you, I have like no clue any of its mechanics. So I don't even know how to dodge the meteor, so it's gonna be very interesting for our first kill. I think the only thing for us to do right now is just rip the band-aid off and hop right in, so let's go. Oh shit, what? Bro, that what?
Level up completed.
Okay, I dodged a meteor at least. I have no idea what to do for these waves, bro. Alright, that is one kill done. Holy.
Task completed.
A dossier. Oh, we got some contracts. Bro, that was stressful. I'm not even gonna lie. Yama does so much damage to you at once. Like, I went from like 100 HP to like 20 in like one tick, bro. Alright, we didn't get anything on our first kill, so let's keep going. Alright, there is kill number 2. Another dossier. I guess these all just give contracts. I don't know what the purple glyphs do, but the red ones, it looks like it's for the meteors, so... Am I doing something wrong? Why is every kill just a dossier? I'm gonna do one more kill, and if I get a dossier, I'm gonna check if I'm doing something wrong, because this is weird. My only guess is that the dossier is also a boosted drop rate, so everything... Bro, was that a 43? Oh, okay, so I think that attack you need to go on the Shadow Glyph for. Another dossier, dude, what? Okay, so after checking on the Wikipedia, I wasn't doing anything wrong. It's just that the dossier is such a common drop because of the boosted drop rates that we're getting it like every kill. Alright, cool. Okay, so that is for Shadow. Oh, no. Wait, we didn't die from that? What? I thought that's a one-shot. Bro, I swear that's supposed to one-shot you. So since we're at 12 Yama and we haven't gotten any unique, I think we'll take a little break and do a little dossier opening. And if we get a contract of Oathplate or the pet acquisition contract, I think it's going to be difficult, but I'm going to try it anyway. Alright, I'll be honest, I have no idea what any of these contracts do. But this one is... we only got one of them, so I wonder if it's special. Oh, so this is the death charge upgrade. Okay. Alright, I mean, we didn't get anything crazy. We didn't get any of the Oathplate or pet contracts, so we're just going to go back to killing Yama the normal way. Okay. That's a 55.
task completed.
Oh, finally, dude. Bro, that took so long. I'm not even joking. I know it's Gridmaster, but like that took like an hour to get. But trust me, that was well worth it with how strong of a reward we just unlocked. Now that we finally killed Yama and got a unique, we get the Last Stand relic, which is one of, if not the strongest relics in the game. So Last Stand is basically an extra life. Whenever we would die normally, we would just be reduced to 1 HP instead, and we're invincible for 16 ticks afterwards. It is slightly balanced by the fact it does have a 3-minute cooldown, so it's not like we can infinitely die and just be completely invincible, but it's still incredibly strong. Alright, there we go, that is Last Stand obtained. But that's not the only thing we got for killing Yama. As a bonus for completing this entire row, we just unlocked the Sunlight Spear and the Sunlit Bracers. The Sunlight Spear is an incredibly strong melee weapon that instead of using strength bonus, it actually uses prayer bonus instead. While attacking with the Sunlight Spear, you generate stacks that when you use your special attack will allow you to deal massive damage based on your prayer bonus. But the best item we just unlocked is actually the Sunlit Bracers. The Sunlit Bracers are a glove slot item that doubles the healing from every source in the game. The reason this is so incredibly strong for us is because it stacks with other modifiers from Gridmaster. So now instead of 6 HP, every 6 hits with our range attacks, we're healing 12 hit points. And on top of that, our Corrupted Shark now heals 48 instead of the original 24 hit points. So let's go ahead and claim our Sunlight Spear and our Sunlit Bracers. The stats on these things are actually crazy too. So not only do they look incredibly cool, they're incredibly powerful as well. Normally this would be the point where I end the episode, but really quickly, I want to go ahead and test out these Sunlit Bracers. How I plan on testing this is by doing something absolutely crazy. In Gridmaster, there is exclusive invocations to make your difficulty insanely hard. So we're going to be attempting a 700 invocation TOA raid with this new setup. I might be biting off a little bit more than I can chew here, but we'll see how it goes. I'm very curious if I can just sit here and just take damage, except for phases like this, obviously. You know, let's test it, actually. I bet I could just tank right through this. Bro, that's crazy. I just sat there. I can almost just completely ignore most mechanics now with how much I heal. This is crazy. And look at that. Even when I would die, I just proc Last Stand. That's crazy. Honestly, this is so crazy. I can literally out-tank this. I don't even have to pay attention to the puzzle. That's crazy. Bro, we're doing so much damage. It's actually crazy. If this isn't a purple, I would be shocked.
Combat task completed.
There we go. That is a purple. Honestly, I would love any Missouri piece. Yes, dude. Let's go. Bro, we just got so many kits. That is crazy. Those relics carried us through that raid. I know we didn't die much, but like the amount of healing we were getting was absolutely crazy. And on top of that, we even got lucky and got a Missouri mask from the raid, so let's go ahead and fortify this. Alright, let's say goodbye to the Armadillo helmet. And then we should be able to use the Armadillo plates on the Missouri mask. Oh, I need a hammer. There we go. That is a Missouri mask fortified. That is a massive upgrade for us. This thing looks sick, too. I cannot wait for next episode. We are going to do some crazy PVMing with these new Sunlit Bracers and the Last Stand relic. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button. It really helps the channel out. And don't forget to drop a comment and let me know what your favorite part of the video was. And if you really enjoyed the video, maybe even consider subscribing to the channel. It's absolutely free. That being said, my name is AnoobTuber, and this has been Gridmaster.